Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and anybody else watching this video. I'm Deric Lipski. I'm your boy, I'm your realtor, coming to you live from my truck. Just had to pull over. I had a quick message for you about value. People's value of themselves. What do you think? How valuable do you think you are? I know in this time of year, everybody starts to get critical of themselves. People who've been through death, divorce, bad breakup, someone did them wrong, bankruptcy, and bad medical reports. I mean, that stuff component on the holidays is really tough, especially if you don't have someone to share it with. You know, that one person to lean on that you love and loves you back as much as that is, and you know, a real partner. And I know, you know, anyone go through that, it's a real tough time of year. But part of getting to that next level of having that person and able to love somebody else is to love yourself. And it's not just with somebody else. To get better business, you have to love yourself. To get someone to love you, you have to love yourself. To have a better medical report, I don't know, it's early. You know, you've got to focus on getting yourself better. It's not just the medicine, it's mental. Your body controls a lot of shit going on in your body. You've got to learn to start becoming strict with that, especially with your spending, like spending for bankruptcy, like that kind of stuff, divorce, like all this stuff you have to prepare for. But part of that is staying strong, and staying strong means you have to love yourself and value yourself. What do you value yourself at? Do you think you're worthless? Are you one of those people that wake up in the morning like, I'm not worth shit, I don't have shit, I'm not worth shit, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go through life and I'm gonna blame everybody else for my situation. Listen, you're talking to a kid who grew up in frickin' Brockton on a 6 family. You know, I didn't have anything. No one gave me an. I sell houses to people like, oh, my mom died, she gave me this house. Oh, my dad left me $4 million on his fucking IRA. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I had to struggle through everything. You know, when I first started real estate, I lived in a 6 family and I had $1,000 to my name. Within 7 years, I had built my 3rd house and put down almost $250,000 on that property. Listen, if you hustle, you're going to get to where you want to go. And it just doesn't mean in real estate. It means anything. I just chose this path. I went to school for accounting. I'm not an accountant. Am I good at numbers? Yeah, but that's not what I do. But getting back to the thing is value. What is your value? I value myself high. Even though I didn't have it, I said I'm going to get it. I don't know why. There's something inside that always says, I want more. I want more. I'm willing to work for it too. So what's your value? Look at this. Brand new $100 bill. If I was able to hand this to you through the phone, would you take it? Nod yes. Right, anybody would, right? It's worth the fucking $100. What if I took this $100 and crumpled it up, threw it on the ground? Maybe if I ripped it, would you still take it? Fuck yeah, you take it. It's still worth $100, right? It's worth $100. What if you take that same $100 bill, you threw it on the ground, you stepped on it, you dragged it through the mud, you put grease on it? Would you still take it if I hand it to your phone, if I could do that? Shit, yeah, you take it. You know why you take it? Because its value's been determined. It's worth $100. It's the same as you. You're worth a fucking million. A lot of people treat themselves like a vehicle. As soon as you roll off the lot, you're worth $5,000 less. You've been banged up, you've been dinged, you've been repainted, you've been rebuilt. You're not worth as much as you were at one point, right? That's bullshit. You're not a vehicle. Your value has been determined. You're worth more than you think you are. Part of that is loving yourself and determine that you're valuable. When you get up in the morning, thank God, or whatever power you have, mine is God, that you have what you have today. You can get up and walk. There's a lot to be grateful for. If you have a car, you can drive. You know, people love to drive somewhere. You get up and eat. You ate food. You know, people are hungry that love to eat food that can't right now. You turned on the faucet and water kept coming out as long as you wanted it to. Do you know how many people would die to have fresh water right now? Yet we sprinkle it on our lawns. We wash our hands with it. We wash our dogs in it. You have a lot to be grateful for. When you start thinking of that grateful heart, you'll be more grateful and you'll have more love for yourself. Now listen, I'm not saying you start doing this tomorrow, you're gonna find your future husband or future wife. That bankruptcy is gonna be done. That divorce will come back together. That business proposition will start to work again. That medical report is gonna come back better. But this is the first step into getting to where you wanna go. You have to love yourself. Listen, you hear stories all the time of people that love themselves and consider high value. Right? They're willing to do things for love for themselves. And their dream didn't come to pass right away. It took time. There's a guy, Olympian. He was a cross-country Olympian guy. I think he was in the 70s. He was going to be, he trained for years. He was supposed to be #1 in the Olympics for cross-country skiing. Back then, they didn't have planes to go across continental trips. You had to go by ship, and it took a while. Maybe it was back in the 30s or 40s, but it took a ship. So, you know, if you have to go to Greece to compete or wherever they were going, it was 2 or 3 months. This guy found out that his wife was pregnant and that if he went to the Olympics, he was going to miss the birth of his son. He decided not to do that. It was a big thing in the papers. He pulled out from America. Everyone was shocked that he didn't represent his country, but he wanted to see his baby be born. He was a father and he was a good guy. So he skipped the Olympics and went there for it. But his dream was to always have that gold medal. But he gave it up for the love of his son. Well, guess what? 21 years later, him and his son trained every day cross country when he became of age. When his son became 21, he was elected to go to the Olympics for cross-country skiing as well. He went that year and won it. He won the gold and came back and handed it to his dad and said, "Dad, here's your gold. Thanks for waiting around for me." How much more valuable do you think that would make you feel? If that was my son, it would mean more to me that he gave it to me and I trained him than I won it myself. That man's dream was fulfilled. He wanted the gold. He got it. It took a little bit longer, but it was worth the wait. You're worth the wait too. Don't give up on yourself. If something's wrong with you inside, man, every day tell yourself it's gonna get better. You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna make $1 million. I only have $100 in the bank today, but it's gonna be a fucking million. I'm gonna be a fucking millionaire. You know what I mean? I have cancer. Guess what? Every day I'm waking up and I'm saying my body's fighting the cancer. I'm creating more white cells to fight this disease off. 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. I'm telling myself I'm going to fight this disease off. And guess what? You hear stories of people doing that and going back 7 months later when they were diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and fucking having not one trace of cancer in their body at all. Why is that? Your mind is powerful. It can tell you things that are good and things that are bad. It's what you feed it. I guess this video was just to tell you, sorry for the rant and rave, I get kind of pumped about this stuff, but people have value. You should value yourself, and I promise you, when you hold yourself in value, you'll give that presence off, and you'll attract the things that you want most, right? You'll attract that future wife, that future husband, that deal, right? That good medical report. You know, that person who did you wrong, maybe will come back and say sorry for that, or you'll find an even better deal that'll make up for that one. But you have to be in faith with yourself and love yourself. Anyways, I thought I'd pull over for that. It's a little long, but Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I'll see you guys later.